All right, folks. So what we're going to do today, you are going to go to the link that is in the assignment, which should take you to newexpress.adobe.com. Once you have signed in, it should prompt you to sign in through Howard County. It's going to look like this. The way you're going to get to today's assignment is you are going to type pink, get to know me, which is going to pull up, hopefully, yes, this is the template we want. Ignore the other ones. You want the template that looks like this. You're going to click on that template, which it will automatically start making your template ready to work with. So once it loads, you're going to kind of close this over here. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to change this image of whoever this lady is to an image of you. So what you're going to do is you're going to click here, and then you're going to, let's see, will it let us? You're going to click right up here. This little image here replaces your image. You want to replace your image. You want to either upload from your device if you have an image you want. You can also pick any image that you want. I am going to pick, where's mine? I just downloaded a picture from my phone of me and my son. So I'm going to choose that one. Now you're going to notice, first of all, that mine, unlike hers, has this really distracting background. So one, I'm going to click it, and I'm going to drag it and get it right in the middle of the page. And actually, I might move it over. It already did it because the other one was. If it does not, what you need to do, see, I'm going to restore image. See there over here, there is an image that says remove background. And that's what you want it to do. So you want it to remove the background, so you just have the picture of you floating in your white background. Now, because mine is kind of cut off on the side. Now, one thing to remember that you can Control Z, which is undo your way out of lots of things. I'm just going to move these guys up because I'm going to move my image over. Now, you will notice that all of these over here are the different layers that are going on here. And there are a lot of them in this particular image and in this particular template. So I'm going to drag this over here, and then I'm going to drag from the corners, which lets me make it a little bit bigger. And I've got me right there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start changing the text. So instead of who is Mina Thomas, I'm going to write who is Mrs. Chesser. Now, I do not like yellow and pink. So I'm going to highlight these. I'm going to come over here. I am going to get rid of this fill, and I'm going to change it to a different color. Whoop, uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. And now, let's see. Down here, it looks like there is a shape, which is what that yellow shape is. And it looks like it's got a shape fill. So I scroll down, and I scroll down to shape, and I click the little arrow, which took me here. I'm going to go to this shape fill, and I'm going to get rid of it. I don't like any of the colors they're recommending, so I'm going to add more colors and come down here, and I think I'm going to do mine all blues and purples. That doesn't stand out very well against there. Maybe I'll make it really light. Ooh, I like that. All right. So now, what you're going to do after you've done that, you've replaced the image with your image, you've replaced this with here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the background color because I want a black background color, and I'm going to go to more colors. You can also go to custom, and you can kind of click and drag and find yourself a color, kind of test it out until you find a color. Ooh, I kind of like that one. So now my background isn't white. Now I'm going to start moving these things around. For the favorite foods, these are not my favorite foods, so I'm going to go over here to replace. Oop, that duplicated. Control Z, undo. Or I'll just, you can also hit backspace on. Delete. There we go. So I'm going to click here. Does it not have a replace on here? It doesn't. It just has a duplicate. See, all the new things. So I am going to just delete these icons and add new ones. Sorry guys, I'm getting used to it too. So I'm left clicking to delete. And then the way to add more pictures is you're going to go over here to elements. And then you'll see up here it has design aspects, backgrounds, shapes, icons. For the most part, what we want today are icons. You can search the icons. I want sushi because I like sushi. And I'm going to find a picture that I like. And I'm going to click it. It's going to add it in here. Now that is way too big. So I'm going to click and drag the edges till I get it smaller. It's also black. And black doesn't really fit my so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pick a color. Once you've started changing the colors, it's going to start recommending colors that work with your color scheme. All right, so now I'm going to delete this and this. I'm going to add at least 2 favorite foods. Come on. Delete this. And I'm going to go over here, and I also like chips. Let's see if I can find an icon with a bowl of chips. Ooh, there's one. And I don't really like that one. So I'm going to delete. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to move these. You'll see that there's a little rotate button, so I can rotate this so that I can make it match better. I also need to change the fill because I don't like the color. Change it to that color. I'm going to go to my favorite foods. Now the other thing you can do as you are going in and changing the fonts and changing the text to match you, I am going to go in and also I'm going to play with some of the fonts. So there are lots and lots and crazy amounts. I like handwriting. Ooh, that's a little hard to read. Make sure that it is readable, but you're going to try to find some fonts that kind of fit you, your personality, and the things you're talking about. Ooh, like that one. Let's see. What does that do to it? That doesn't do anything. Gotta make sure it's highlighted. So there's a lot of playing involved with this, so I'm not going to make you watch me play throughout all of this. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like that one. And then I'm going to change my fill. I'm going to see how you see that more purples are showing up because I'm already picking purples and blues. So now I can make it a little bigger because that font's a little smaller. And I can click and drag to move things around. I'll stick this here. I'll stick another icon here. Now, one thing you will notice about all of these is they are dynamic. If I get rid of dynamic and go here, see how it doesn't make it all line up in lines? You want to leave them as dynamic, but if you want to add more text, you want to change that so that it is dynamic. So that no matter what you do to the box, as you can see from that little icon there, it's going to always keep all the text together or all the font together. So you are going to do all of these different texts. When you are done all of it, you've changed the fonts, you've changed the colors, you've moved them around so they make sense with your picture. Then you're going to come up here and click download. You're going to change it to JPEG and you're going to download it. You are then going to take that image and turn it in 2 places. One, you are going to turn it into the Canvas assignment for identity image. And 2, you are going to turn it into or put it on the first slide of your slide presentation. So go finish it up.